Hi, my name is Emily Prentice, and this is my video for my final for the instrument and production class, showing what all I learned on an instrument I was exposed to in this class. So, actually bought myself a guitar for Christmas this year, so the timing worked out really good because one of my main focuses was definitely learning guitar. So here's a couple of things I learned. So first off was the tuning. I'm a keys player. That's my main go-to instrument. So this was like a brand new thing for me to have to like kind of remember to do. I remembered right away if it sounded really bad, obviously, but with keys and especially digital keys, you never have to tune. And I was finding with guitar that a lot of times practicing that they get out of tune quickly. So I kind of cheat. I have a little tuner here that I bought. But to tune a guitar, this top string is an E. Your next string down is supposed to be an A. The next string after that is a D. Your fourth string down from the top is going to be a G string. Your string after that is going to be a B. And then the string all the way at the bottom is going to be an E. So when it's all tuned pretty good, which this one actually was surprisingly, this is what it should sound like. And they said in our class that, as you play guitar more, you'll be able to kind of hear that just by ear. And then also, if you can get that first string tuned, you can actually just kind of check it with each string as you go down. That's definitely something I still need to learn, but I've seen other guitar players do it, so that's something I'm hoping to learn down the road. Now, one thing that's pretty lucky for me is that I actually get to help at our church's youth group, and a lot of students there play guitar. So in addition to some of the stuff we learned in this class, I also had the students show me some of the stuff that they know. So what I'm going to show is the positions for the G chords and then the C chords. And just know as I'm filming this, like, I have a general idea of where my fingers go, but in terms of like the muscle memory, I'm still not quite there. So in addition to slow transitions, I'm still working on getting them in just the right spot so I'm not muting any strings. So I apologize if any of that comes across this video. So for the G chord positions, our first chord is going to be this G chord right here. Pretty cool, pretty standard for worship, I believe. The next one is actually going to be what the students call a CAD 9, or a C chord with the 9th in it, which sounds like this. And so with that, you want to make sure you don't hit this top string. I'm attempting to mute it with that top finger, but then also I also try to just play like from that second string down. I think I got that. The next chord is going to be the E minor. So a student actually taught me this way because they said it sounds like Wonderwall, which I thought was pretty funny. So I'm like, oh, that actually sounds cool too. So that's E minor. You can also play it with that bottom string open, like that. Next is going to be a D chord. So more the traditional way. And I honestly can't get it quite yet with my ring finger, so I know this isn't the right way to play it, but just for the sake of showing you, this is like your typical D, so I'm only playing the bottom 4 strings, but then we have a worship D, which is a bit easier to transition to and a bit easier, at least for my hand, to play, at least for right now, which is this. So I'm not the fastest at transitioning quite yet, but if you were to play those together, it can sound something like this. So you could start with your G chord, going into your CAD 9, then you got that E minor chord, E minor 7. That D chord, which takes me a while to get to. Oop, gotta mute that top one. So next I'm gonna show you the C chord positions. So back when we learned the G chord positions, we were actually shown the classic C shape, but then the CAD 9 is more typical for worship music. So then for the C chord positions, you'll actually play that C, like the more, I forget the word, the classical C, I believe. But with this one, you want to not play that top string, which you can either mute or just not play. I'm going to try and actually do both because I'm not sure which one's going to work. So this is going to be your C chord. And then your F chord, which this one, you only want to play like these 3 strings. Which is really hard for me to play without a pick. But it's kind of late with me recording this and I have neighbors, so I didn't want to be too loud. So your F chord. Next with that, you have the G chord, which is one we had from the previous one. And then an A minor chord, and this one you want to not play the first string, just the bottom 5. And then you can do a sus chord here if you want. So I'm definitely not as solid with these C positions as I am with the G, and the G's aren't even that good. But if you're to play these chords together, it would sound something like this. So you have your C chord, maybe. And then your F chord. Definitely need a pick for this. And then your G chord. And then your A minor chord. Oh, there we go. A minor sus. Back to A minor. Okay, so that's some of the stuff I learned these past couple weeks doing guitar. I still have a long way to go, obviously, with it. But I'm having a ton of fun, and it's like, I like that it's really different from keys, because it's, one, teaching my brain something new, but then also, it's just opening up more creative outlets for songwriting in general, which is honestly why I want to start, was just to work on songs more. So, yeah, that's what I learned. Thanks!